Hi, Collective. Welcome to the channel. Wow, look at my words already getting mixed up at this retrograde. Okay, so it's a lot of fast-paced energy. Look, Eight of Wands. Things are taking off very quickly. I just did a little mini 5-minute video about the energies that I woke up to, and this is now going to be going into that reading. I also have a screenshot of it I put up in my community post of how powerful the energies are that are of that. So now I've shuffled and I'm starting the reading. So right away it's with the deck on two kings here. King of Cups, King of Pentacles. I was talking about divine lovers coming in. I was already seeing the Five of Cups. The strong King of Cups energy is on the bottom here. There's this strong energy of union coming together. There are a lot of blockages going on at this time, and devil energy, Seven of Swords. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to be trying to stop these unions. Okay, there's going to be a lot of deception, things like that, that are going on, because it's about really trusting your intuition, trusting what you're feeling at this time. And we're shining so bright as we're emerging and coming together in these beautiful connections. You don't think that's attracting all the devil energies? So you could be getting attacks from like unknown sources. You guys could be getting new people coming in, new things coming in. Be mindful of what you feel. Like last night, literally, like I was starting to feel entities around, and I had to put on high frequency music. I had to get my sage out. I had to do many different things, and I haven't sensed or felt that heavy energy like I did last night around me in such a long time. And I already know how it was brought to me, how it was brought in. So I seen the Seven of Wands when it was showing me to you guys need to be very careful at this time of creating boundaries, protecting your sacred space. Okay, taking your spiritual baths, things like that, as we approach this eclipse energy too. This is a timeless reading, keep that in mind, but I will be talking about the eclipse energies because I'm creating this video a week away from our Scorpio eclipse, so major energies are coming in with that. So they're showing me the Ten of Cups and the Queen of Wands, right? But see, look at that devil right there. What was that devil underneath? The Ten of Cups. See, the devil is very heavy, trying to block, stop this this healing from taking place. A lot of you have been going through healing. A lot of divine feminines have been going through healing, right? And by her getting into that healing energy, it's allowing her to alchemize. It's allowing her to receive abundance and love, and to create. And see, divine feminine, to get into her power, she needs to be very in that beautiful feminine energy. So the devil's coming in to try to challenge her, to try to get her to out of that feminine energy, creating conflict, right? Right underneath that devil is the King of Swords, right? With the Ace of Cups. See, to me, it's trying to block this. It's trying to block communication. I'm seeing multiple kings here. There's going to be multiple energies. Now, these could be feminine, masculine, because what I'm getting at is that even though this is like a masculine card and energy, this could be a feminine that's coming in or whatever. You know, can embody those energies. Just don't pay attention to gender. It's just energies, okay? But yeah, death here. See, there's endings. For some of you, you were dancing with the devil. You were in karmic relationships and situations. Very strongly I'm getting with this card is there's been some fallen angels. There were some that were divine angels that have fallen from grace because they've been controlled by the devil. That they've basically, look at the wings on fire there. It's like they changed sides. They didn't realize that they were being under a stronghold so much with the devil energy and entities. It's like some of these angels have fallen from grace, not realizing that they're in fact being controlled by the devil. They're being a dark angel. Right? So for some of you, I've been talking a lot about this, that there's been some new contracts. Some masculines were divine and are no longer divine and have been stripped from their power. They've basically have had their wings clipped, right? They are not going to have access to this power. Okay. So some of you are being redirected. Some of you are being guided away. This is so beautiful too in this deck. I was guided to the wizards. I'm guided to certain decks for certain imagery and cards, and for us that very much connect with the divine. We know how to use these cards in more than just reading the standard tarot. That's how you can tell real readers that tapped in, okay? So this card is so beautiful. In the standard 10 of cups, you see a family, right? House, legacy, all of that. But if you look, this one's different, right? This is a mother holding her child's hand, which she's wearing a wizard hat. And I've been talking a lot about these initiations that are going on. These, and I talked about this in my mini reading that I uploaded, that these twin flame connections are far more powerful. A lot of people don't talk about everything that goes into them. I don't know if it's because a lot just didn't understand, or because it's just left out because people don't want to hear about all of that, or maybe it was a way to protect these children. But a lot of these divine connections, there's more to them than just divine and true love and all of that. These are very, very powerful people, okay, souls that unite, that come together, but they have more than a mission of just love. They have a very divine mission of raising these very, very powerful children as well. And I've been talking about this. There's powerful children that are meant to be born. There are a lot of spirit babies that are ready to be born, and these spirit babies, they're very, very powerful, like gods and goddesses that, you know, are reincarnating, right? So they pick a very, very chosen individuals to raise them, because they need to be in a very beautiful environment when they're being conceived, when they're being born, they're being created, for them to be not brought up in a lifestyle, right, where the devil's going to have access to them and corrupt them, because we've been having to outsmart the enemy. A lot of the chosen, you know, came to disrupt and to clear out a lot of the karma, okay, the karmic debris, the karma, because a lot of these, you don't realize that a lot of you chosen, you're put into families of royal bloodlines that have been cursed by the devil. That's why there's been so much like spell work and all of these curses, because they were cursed because of how powerful these royal bloodlines are. So a lot of his chosen ones were put into place to battle and to restore the peace, basically, and end the curses, right? And now that the ones that have made it through, because like I said, some have been eaten up by the devil and so much hurt. That's why there's been some corrupt twin flame missions, because some of the hurt has been too much to bear, that some of these fallen angels, some of these divine angels, just they fell to this world. There was so much hurt, they couldn't transmute it. Basically, there was so much pain that they got hung up with this devil energy, and they found ways to numb out the pain by drugs and alcohol and addictions, or focusing on codependency or money or materialism and ego. And some of them, it was like they created such strong boundaries. They got so hurt that they said, I'm never going to be hurt again. I'm never going to love again. That's just it. I've lost hope in this world. And they've went down darker paths, and they have forgotten the mission. They have forgotten the love. They haven't been able to come back to love. And that's why you see the flames on the wings there, as some of these angels have, they're fallen and they didn't rise, right? That's why there were so many of us sent out. That's why these corrupted missions, that they're sad. They're not just like, oh, they chose to abort the mission because they wanted to switch sides and go evil. No, that's not it. They fell to their knees, and they have not been able to rise. And I know it's sad, but for some of you, like, they have to be left behind, because we're here to save this world, right? So there's realignments, there's new contracts, it's basically like the angels that have risen, okay, a lot of them have, you know, counterparts, and that they're supposed to be with, that have not rose, and we're out of time, is basically what it is. The ones that did, there's been, you know, new contracts. So there's being redirections. A lot of these divine, that's why I say that there's other connections that are going to be divines, or basically the angels are coming together at this time, and you might not be coming together with your divine counterpart. But then I've been told too that God can come in and strip some of these divines, can literally take the divine, your counterpart, out, take that divine part basically out of that individual and put them in another high vibrational individual. And I know that not everybody's going to understand that, but it's literally like, you know, you could still be getting your divine that you originally had, your divine counterpart that you originally were with. It's like they could have been like lost their divine ability in that vessel and went to another. So you're holding on to a connection with basically what's left of that person is just the entity. The divine, God took the divine out, took away the powers, took away all of that. And it's waiting for you in another connection. So you got to be open to knowing that God is very much able. And I know I've caught some other readers that they interpret it a little bit different, but it's kind of like the same thing. God is very much, just like how angels can get into other souls, or angels can step in, it's kind of the same thing. It's like these angels that have fallen, that did not rise, God has picked them up, right? God has taken them out of these vessels that they've lost to the devils, if that makes more sense. So you could literally, at one time, it could have been your divine, and now it's just an empty vessel. Because it's filled with an entity. It doesn't have divine light in it anymore. And that might be why some of you see that your person you're with, they don't look the same to you. They don't feel the same. They're not the same, because they're not. Okay? I know that that's a lot. This heavy. I didn't know it was going to come out like this. I'm channeling. This is what they want. So you need to know more than anything is that's why you can't get so hung up on a certain person, okay? You need to be really just in the flow at this time, because God is guiding you. You are guiding yourself, right? With these eclipse energies, it's universal alignments that are protecting you, that are guiding you, that are not going to allow these certain energies to come with you. Now, you need to remember, you are the company that you keep. You are, so things are going to be removed and pulled out of your life. And if they are, you need to let that happen. You need to let things fall apart. You need to not fight them, okay? If you're just going with the flow, you're going to be guided to, you're going to ascend. You're going to go to these newer vibrations. You know when you're being guided, when you're being told to walk away. So for some of you, like I was saying, these children are very, very powerful. A very big part of the mission is raising these star children, these gods, these goddesses. We're bringing them in. So like I said, for some of you, you're meant to birth these. So you're going to be getting pregnant. So for some of you, you might be feeling very called. You may be getting cleaned up. If you were putting toxins in your body, you may be eating differently. You may be feeling as though you're starting to, as I'm talking to my feminines here, all of a sudden get more healthier, get into shape, all this stuff. Literally, for some of you, you're being prepared to get pregnant, so don't be discouraged when all of a sudden you come together and then you're like, I did all this work, I got myself all healthy, and then now I'm pregnant. Like, don't get discouraged. That was meant to happen. Okay. Don't pay attention to age, things like that. You guys, some of you, God's literally cleaning you up, and because you're meant to birth these amazing individuals. For some of you, it's just you already have these children, right? Okay. And that's why I've been talking about like initiations and things like that. For some of you, these children had to be put certain places to get cleaned up, to get healing, to get synergy. And they're going to be coming again. So for some of you, there's that. There's a lot of movements that are going to go on. This is a very, very exciting time. But know that these children, they needed to be able to thrive in a very peaceful environment, and so the devil can't manipulate and control and have access to them, so their unique abilities and qualities can be Can be creative. It's so beautiful too, because this is showing me alignment with my vision, my passion project, how beautiful this is. The lotus on top of the beautiful waterfall, the large cups, the garden, the rainbow, all of that. They need a very peaceful environment, seeing the mountains and the rainbows and all of that. They need basically a sanctuary, a very beautiful place. And it's like they're being escorted. So for some of you, you need to remember that you're chosen. These very, very powerful souls that may have already been here or are incarnating soon. They chose you to teach them, to enlighten them, to heal them, to protect them, right? So for some of you, that's why I'm hearing favorable conditions. Like a lot of things needed to be wiped out and cleared. A lot of things have been being prepared. So this is very, very beautiful. That's why in this 10 of Cups, it's showing these parents. And what's interesting is this mother is bringing her son or daughter, and there's another, he has the wizard hat with the child here at the lotus. So there's some of you, there's going to be new connections. And when you come together, you're just going to be oh my gosh, you're going to connect and you're going to know that you're with like-minded individuals. Like I said, for some of you, you could connect with somebody and they could be reminding you a lot of previous relationship situations. Because like I said, that divine energy, soul, whatever you want to call it, can very much incarnate on there. So this is very beautiful. They're showing all this magic. See, 6 of Wands. This is victory, admiration, and again, all of these wizards together in the courtyard and all this magic and the angels. There's a lot of magic that is happening. What's beautiful is you see that soul, right? The entity or whatever. Okay. See, for some, I'm getting that some children too needed to get these entities out of them. There's a lot of healing. Like I said, there's been a lot of work that's been at play to heal a lot of these children. So I haven't been paying attention to these cards that came on. I got distracted in the channel messages, so I thought I'm going to pull these back in. But yeah, see, the devil is right next to the death card here. There's an ending to that situation. See, the devil's been blocking out the light and all of that, but we're overpowering the energy. The energy that's coming through with this eclipse, this love, it's like a spiritual battle. It's warfare. As the light rises and all this energy comes in, it's very strong. Scene. You could have been noticing a lot of things going on within this portal energy, right? Because we had our new moon solar eclipse. We're getting ready to have the full moon lunar eclipse, right? So this portal energy, a lot of things coming in. Seeing a lot of movements, Chariot. There's, for a lot of you could literally be getting physically moved. You need to know that eclipses eclipse things out, especially the full moon eclipses. They eclipse things out and then new things get eclipsed in. That's why I said go with the flow. Don't fight things at this time. Okay. So you put everything back in the deck except the 10 of Cups. I feel that this is the main energy here. This is about realignments of family structure, stability. Look how I kept shuffling and that devil came right back out. This is how strong this devil energy is. With the Fool card here and the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, for some of you, literally you had to lose a lot of things to try to lose this attachment because of how strong this devil is. This is definitely somebody from the past. For some of you, could be having new devils coming in, past devils, people that are embodying these entities. So you need to be careful. Trust really what you feel. You're going to know if you feel like this is a beautiful, positive energy. Pay attention to what you feel, because you're basically walking into you're being moved to bliss and harmony and peace. So go with that flow. If you're surrounded by people and energies that are bringing you down, if you feel things in your stomach very, very tight, if you feel very heavy, very drained, those are signs. Walk away from that. For some of you, you may need to self-isolate, spend some time just alone, so you can let go of these energies. But you're going to know. So people that are arguing and are dark, are creating chaos, are are negative, cursing and swearing and talking low vibrational. They're being controlled by the entity, right? And they're trying to stir up a lot of drama and darkness, and don't give in to that. Don't argue, don't fight. Don't, like, recently I just started to get quiet, and it started to irritate the entity so much. And my lover, that it was like he was just coming to me like, you just shut down, you got nothing to say, like, really. And I was just sitting there like, wow, it's driving this entity crazy that I'm just being quiet. But I'm just using all of, you got to transmute that energy. So instead it's like all of those, the energy that I would get back to that entity, that I want to argue, and all that rage and that anger that I feel about all the things that they're saying that they're going to do to me, that they're even if they're coming at you like, I'm going to break your stuff, I'm going to destroy you, all that stuff, like, those are things that make you want to get up and want to fight and argue. But instead, I'm taking all of that energy and I'm alchemizing it, and I'm putting all of that energy into what I'm creating, and it's like I'm withholding my energy, and I am not giving that energy to the devil. I'm alchemizing it, and I'm holding on and harnessing all of that. I just threw half the deck, see, and I'm not giving it to the devil, and that's how much is pissing off the devil. You're going to find that all the things that triggered you before, a lot of it's because you're going through an initiation too, to make sure that you're ready, so you can go through this portal, this gateway, this new beginning, that you're not letting those entities, those demons get into you. That's why for a lot of you too, you're being called to protect your sacred space too. Be careful of the sexual exchanges that you do, because a lot of them are really trying to seduce you, to fill you, to try to transmute and to give you demons, things like that. So hold on to your energy and your power. And to a lot of them are after your sexual energy too. Like I said, a lot of these, the divine feminines, have very much gotten into their empress, their goddess energy. They've unlocked those, and the devil wants in more than ever. So, you could very much be attracting a lot of past energy, especially in Mercury retrograde, right? Because a lot of times that familiar thing, and a lot of us divines, we want these new connections and things like that, and just be careful. Right? The devil knows how to basically, remember, the devil can only get into your mind, right? But can get into the mind of others. And it's kind of like, I'm getting a picture of a Rolodex. I don't know why. One of my sisters showed me a Rolodex. The devil knows how to go through the Rolodex basically, and access different things, and try to use well, can I get to her through this person? Who else has she had contact with? Who else has he, had feelings for, that maybe, I can dispatch a entity into that person to get in to sleep with it, or whatever. So be careful. It has basically accessed all of your past connections and memories and situations. So you need to focus on the new, focus on you, protect your energy. But remember, be loving and caring and kind, alchemize that energy. So instead, it's every time those things, I was just I start to say, thanks for that little argument, because you know what, that brought up anger inside and rage where I wanted to come at you, but instead I transmuted that, and now you made me even more powerful than you know. That's what I mean. That's what's beautiful, and I feel a lot of you are doing that. Okay, and it's the power that you have when you can quietly walk away, the power that you hold, and you're not giving it away to the devil and to that entity, and it's pissing them off so much more because you're winning. And that's what I'm getting a lot of you are doing, and so just be careful. Know that we're going through this battle, but you're getting ready to ascend, and before you know it, you're going to be in this very beautiful energy and environment where the devil is you're not going to get tested anymore. A lot of you are getting moved away, right? But you had to be put into this place to transmute that energy. It was all part of your training and your initiation. So you need to thank the situations and the people, because all it did is help you turn into this amazing alchemist. All right, guys, that's the reading that I had for this one. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you have not. As you guided to me, you're probably on this vibrational frequency with me, so definitely subscribe. Watch more channels. Hit the notification bell so you will get notifications on when I do all my future uploads. Because I'm going to be, whenever I have time, and getting close to this eclipse reading. I was felt guided to magical dimensions, but then I sat down and they pulled me to the wizard. So I'm going to be doing magical dimensions later. And, yeah, love and light to all of you guys. Bye.